In the world of sports, there are certain names that summon an unmistakable aura of greatness. The names of athletes, coaches,
don't forget, men, today's the day we're gonna win.
Teams, even the venues that house them, venues like Yankee Stadium. It is a sports setting as storied as any in the world. For nearly a century, this is where stars have come to build their legends. And not just on the baseball diamond. In 1925, Yankee Stadium is where this rivalry thrived.
A capacity crowd jams Yankee Stadium to see this year's renewal of the Army-Notre Dame Classic.
And over the next 2 decades, where it flourished as one of the most dramatic in all of sports.
The battle of the century is over. The most colossal football game in history.
Now, so many generations later, the rivalry resumes at this modern-day sports monument. A battle between two institutions bound by tradition and honor. Two football teams eager to add a new modern-day chapter to their epic tale. On a ball field, they've mapped a gridiron, linking the new venue to memories of the original. And the Black Knights and Fighting Irish of today to the grand heritage of their predecessors. Army and Notre Dame summoning greatness tonight again at Yankee Stadium. But for decades in the park's formative years, the Yankee Stadium mystique was augmented by a rivalry that captivated the American sporting public. The football rivalry between Army and Notre Dame. Nearly every year, the two schools faced off here. Nearly every year, they were two of the most powerful teams in the country. The rivalry's heyday was in the 1940s, when the schools combined to win 6 national titles and produce 5 Heisman Trophy winners. Never was the game more dramatic than in 1946, when the teams were the top 2 in the nation, and Notre Dame's Johnny Lujack made a game-saving tackle on Army's Doc Blanchard to preserve a scoreless tie. The last time the Irish and the Black Knights played at the stadium was 1969. Tonight, the ultra-modern successor to the original hosts its first football game with the 50th meeting in this storied rivalry. With their option offense, Army 6-4 and bowl eligible for the first time in 14 years. The Cadets claim 3 national championships and 3 Heisman Trophy winners. And none exemplifies the honor of West Point football more than Pete Dawkins, brigade commander, class president, football captain, and winner of the 1958 Heisman Trophy.
Honor. Its place is at the very core of the United States Military Academy. And it can be felt every time the Army football team takes the field. Honor is about commitment. Commitment to a cause and commitment to one another.
Army marches on.
It's about sacrifice and dedication at a level that goes far beyond mere wins and losses on the playing field.
Breaks the tackle, still on his feet, touchdown!
We pursue the game because we love it. We play the game because it prepares us. And we cherish the game because it defines who we are.
He's in! Touchdown! Army Black Knights!
Tonight, Army takes the field at Yankee Stadium. Tonight, honor triumphs once more.
7-5 and coming off their most impressive victory of the season, a decisive win over nationally ranked Utah, and looking for a victory tonight to become bowl eligible. With 11 national championships and 7 Heisman Trophy winners, the Irish have unsurpassed football tradition, typified by Johnny Lujack, who led Notre Dame to undefeated seasons in 1946 and 47, and is the oldest living Heisman winner.
Tradition. It lives at the heart of the University of Notre Dame.
10-5, touchdown Irish!
And it's what drives the Irish every time we take the football field.
Lujack doesn't miss.
Tradition is about believing in a set of principles, defending the principles, keeping them alive.
Go, 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 go! And we run to the stop until we go to that goal line.
Generations of players have worn these colors, this uniform, and this helmet, and turned them into symbols of success.
Fire, rocket, touchdown! Irish, Notre Dame, and fun it!
And there there is more yet to come.
In the end zone for the touchdown. Notre Dame.
Tonight, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame take the field at Yankee Stadium.
And here we go. Taken by Jackson. Bennett Jackson reversing his field and stopped his first play from scrimmage. It's a handoff to Sierra Wood. Tackled, but the ball will not be a fumble. It's ruled down on second down. Again on the ground, trying to get that running game going with Sierra Wood. Tommy Reese steps up in the pocket, delivers his first pass of the game on target to Robbie Toma. And Toma with a nice run.
Wide receivers against the defensive backs from Army.
Spot the ball at the Army 44. Sierra Wood. Wood bursts through a hole, and he's inside the 40 of Army. Law student at Notre Dame. First down, fake one way, give it to Wood. And Wood with Notre Dame.
And they're matched up on the edge, one-on-one right now.
Play action fake. Reese goes deep, deflected, and almost intercepted. A good defensive play sets up the third down and 2. Wood shakes 2 men in the backfield and picks up the first down. Down the sideline, just tripped up as he falls inside the 10. Ball 7. Handoff to Jonas Gray. Gray, hard line. Fake the handoff. Reese looks right, then it's center, and then deflected and intercepted by Travis. Donovan Travis, off the deflection, intercepts in the Army end zone. 2 fakes. Steelman's going to throw it, and he completes the pass to Brooks. A rare Army pass. They open up in the air, and he adjusting the play. And it is a quick handoff to Cobbs again, who gets to the corner. And hit by Dame territory for the first time tonight. Third down and a yard. And they'll Tommy. First option we've seen, and the toss is to Mealy. Ridden out of bounds.
They love the quarterback in short yardage down in distance.
He still has it. Steelman for a first down Army. There's the Notre Dame defense, which had that sparkling game against Utah a week ago. Steelman up. Pitch. Cobbs has a first down. Harrison 64 yards so far gained by the Army offense. Steelman fakes the handoff, passes the ball, and that was dangerous. Intended for Cobbs.
Number 67 offense. 10-yard penalty.
The right tackle.
The infantry says because it's the backbone of the Army. Here's the toss to Cobbs. Cobbs able to shake the tackle of Harrison. The Irish 17. Option and the pitch. Mealy races and ducks out of bounds, having picked up the first down.
Too late.
From the 8-yard line. For City. Down and goal from the 2-yard line. Cobbs. Swamped with a green jersey.
The quarterback a sneak peek at pressure.
Fakes 2 ways, keeps, rolls to his right. Has a man open, but elects to run it and will be thrown out of bounds by Manti Te'o. So Alex Carlton will attempt the field goal. And he kicks.
Old Yankee Stadium. What was your reaction when you walked in here today?
Well, you know, there were so many things that were different, you know, like the flags were flying all over. And when you're playing.
Chris Watt has replaced the injured Chris Stewart. Reese pass. Wide open in the center of the field to Michael Floyd. And Floyd still on his feet. And finally taken out of bounds. Reese looked like he was looking for a shovel pass or something, and that was catching. Now changing the play, apparently. And it's 3rd and long for Notre Dame. Play clock to 2. Reese stands in the pocket, goes long, and overthrows straight the Notre Dame record. A 47-yard attempt. David Rufford to tie the game. On its way, and it is through and good. David dynasty between 1943 and 53. Mr. Inside, Doc Blatcher. Glenn Davis, Mr. Outside. Bertelli, Lujack, and Hart for Notre Dame. Steelman pitches. And Maples pitching right at 40 yards a boot. Sends it toward Goodman. Wow.
Man, that barely got down.
Reese fakes, chased in the backfield, tucks it under and ducks out of bounds at about off again. Reese winds up, goes for the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown by Tyler Eifert. Eifert with a diving catch in the end zone for the Irish score.
To the touchdown, and the second one is make sure it's possession. The hit knees right there. I think I think the ball's going to get replaced on the 1 yard line.
After further video review, the receiver does make a catch of the ball, but his right knee, is down prior to the ball crossing the goal line. The ball would be placed on the 1 yard line.
Hughes for the touchdown. Will attempt the point after. Extra point is up and down to 9. On the option. Full moon there. Gosh, there's so many. How could you ever list them all? Sierra Wood. Hit. Here's Wood again. Trying to get the corner. Driven up. Fake to Floyd. Hand to Wood. Wood bounced off. Cipher them. 3rd down and 5. Tommy Reese. Caught by Floyd. Michael Floyd has a first down. And just picked up at the 30-yard line by Richard. Both coaches, Frank Leahy and Red Lake, said they played it too conservatively. In fact, Leahy eschewed a short field goal, saying it was like admitting defeat. There's a catch for the touchdown by Eifert. The other one overturned by replay. This time he makes it good. Tyler Eifert with a touchdown. Gripper will attempt the point after. And it is good. And then finally to bed. Austin. Brian.
Director showed me his at our production meeting today, Tom. It was really cool. I mean, good run
by Maples. Keep by Steelman. Hit by the green jerseys. Net with 5:46, 5:45 till halftime. Jonas Gray to the third. From Bishop Dwenger High School in Fort Wayne. Reese just gets it to Toma. And Robbie Toma. Army to...
Because if he had thrown it ahead of him, it would have been a pick.
4 minutes left, second quarter. Fake one-way give to Floyd on the end around. Michael Floyd ducks out of bounds.
Mackey lined up right here.
Second down, Gray picks up the first.
And they found something. There he is again, the 3 technique. Mackey a yard off the line.
Nowhere to go with it. Reese has to keep. Good protection. Reese finally unloads it as the protection can only last. Neely just a man away from break.
7 or 8-year-old coach that someday is going to be a great head coach in the NFL, and he certainly became one.
Hassan with a tough from the Black Knights. Play action fake, and Steelman nearly had an interception with Teddy Bruschi as one of his stars on defense. Steelman rolls, delivers, intercepted by Walls. Walls still running for the touchdown. Darren Walls with his 3rd interception of the season, and he takes it all the way for the score for the extra point. And it is good. The score. Rougher to kick. Taken on the fly by Jackson. And Jackson with a good return. Nearly broke it. Irish looked like they were going to blitz, then backed out of it. Pitch to Crew City, and Knoxville marveling yesterday at the field as they had their walkthrough. Where's home plate? Here's a scramble by Steelman, and it's a good one. Picks up a first down, crosses midfield. And kind of see how the defense reacts. Kind of a counter play to Mealy.
10 guys here, and the 11th back here, 7 yards off the ball.
Option, pitch, goes awry. Fight for it. Looks like Army was able to recover it. Now 3rd and 22. And Steelman some other scores from college football today. Michigan State rallying to beat Purdue. Reese, nice catch by Floyd. Short of the... Reese is going to throw for it and overshoots Floyd.
And by Bob Diaco. Throwback.
Here's the throwback. Intercepted. Picked off by Brian Smith. Then he shakes 2 tacklers and finally ridden out of bounds by Frank Allen.
And there's a late flag down, and the Army guys...
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 90 of the return team. First down.
Or at the Army 38. Wood.
Wood grabbed that first drive.
Reese has a man open, Toma. And Toma's in the front office of Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, 49ers, and the Chiefs. Jonas Gray.
Get Jeter's locker.
Tommy has that one deflected, incomplete.
And his tour from 5 to 8 years also.
39-yard attempt by Ruffer. Yes, he did. He extended as Ruffer kicks it through. You have a 5-year commitment and active duty. Manager Joe Girardi.
He thinks about his house turning into a football field.
Here's Ruffer with a kickoff for Notre Dame. Jackson will return it. Fumble the ball, but Army recovers. 2nd and 6, and Steelman rolls to his right, looking to pass, nothing there downfield, has to keep in check. They converted so many 3rd downs on their field goal drive, but not much since then. Steelman's pass finds its target. If given the proper setting, the proper time. Runs the option here, and pitches to Mealy. Mealy to the 4th. Outsized, so they have to use their quickness, their nimbleness, their athletic ability against the bigger people. Here's a pitch to the other side to Maples. 2 fakes and then a hand to Maples. Nothing doing. Shoulder, which was very revolutionary.
Wow. The advent of the tight end sneak route.
Sierra Wood on the pass from Reeves. Playing career, became the legendary Notre Dame coach and was a sports celebrity. Look at him here with the 2 famous Yankees, Lou Gehrig, before the renovation when those monuments in deep center field were in play. There's 30 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Reese drills, and it's complete to Eifert. It's the win one for the Gipper game. The Irish trailing at halftime. Coach Newt Rockne recounted the dying wish of the great George Gipp. Just win one for the Gipper. The speech inspired the team. They went on to upset Army by a 12-6 margin. And of course, the win one for the Gipper moment. Reese has passed for over 200 yards tonight. 12 of 19 for 209 yards, including a touchdown. But now they'll work on the clock with this. Right now, they're going to the George Washington, which is get the clock moving. Here's Sierra Wood. And he picks up the Irish. First down for the Irish. Moving again inside the Army 40. Hear that collision? Wow. That was Robert Hughes. Well, what process will you use to consider it? And he said, I hadn't even thought about that. Give it to him on an end around. With blockers and a flag down again. And so is Floyd.
Going to get called for a holding.
10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
And a great story.
Robert Hughes. Burst by Hughes. Reese rolling to his right. Goes underneath the coverage. And Kamara defense. Well, 4 and in Afghanistan, the chances are you will be deployed. Here's the give to Austin. It's been Notre Dame's ball game. Jonas Gray.
It's where everybody's darling. 5 wins in a row. Fake the jet sweep there in the inside handoff. Sierra Wood. Touchdown and 2 field goals.
No wonder Bob Diaco's been in such a good mood the last few times we've talked to him. He even smiled.
Fumble. What a great job by Anthony McDonald. Tackle, strip, and recovery all by himself.
Hassan. Jenkins cutting back. Pretty nice run by Max Jenkins. Crosses.
Pads roaming around.
And there you see the embrace. 2 like institutions.